Agile Wars, the battle of methodologies. In the land of Agile, there was a quest to push the framework they thought was best.
In a fintech startup on a bustling corporate floor stood a team of Agile coaches with deadlines to explore. And they shouted, "Up with Agile!" And they shouted, "Up with Scrum!" And they shouted, "Where the hell is your definition of done?" But in a consultancy park, on the other side, stood a team of Six Sigma experts with PowerPoints and slides. And they shouted, "Up with Kanban!" And they shouted, "Down with WIP!" And they shouted, "Remove the blockers! This release it needs to ship!" Agile coaches soon began to wail, "Your Kanban ways are too extreme, your project's sure to fail." And they shouted, "Sprint to victory!" and "Iterate for fun!" And they shouted, "Where the hell is your definition of done?" The Kanban masters, not to be deterred, carried on regardless to spread the Kanban word. And they shouted, "Up with Kanban!" And they shouted, "Add a task!" And they shouted, "You've done this thing all wrong, sprints are from the past." The PMO, when safe, is the one that reigns supreme. Oversees a feature factory that's built on hopes and dreams of a PowerPoint and post-it notes and charts and graphs galore. The progress meeting updates were sure to make you snore. We'll visualize your workflow and limit things in WIP. We'll see how smooth your projects run. It's a process-driven ship. And though well-intentioned, chaos began to grow. A SAFE's extensive framework messed up the agile flow. And they shouted, "Up with features!" And they shouted, "Up with scale!" And they shouted, "Renew your certifications periodically for compliance with standards." Although that didn't rhyme quite clearly. Now, a little-known developer found an Agile handbook and read it covertly. And she studied it and devoured it and murmured, "Clever me!" And won't the other devs be thrilled when work was done perfectly? Among the chaos, a new way took shape, leaving new types of Agile in its wake. The teams discovered you can't learn it from a book. You need to do what works for teams and not always have to look for training from consultants who really, in the main, care more about their profits than easing up your pain. Oh, and they'll take credit for your success and ignore you when you fail.